Woof. Welcome to Road America in first race of round of 8. Big storylines. The 43 of Rangers already been eliminated from the chase. It was a first round exit, and his hopes of a championship are over already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. There's 12 people in the playoffs now. No longer are there 16. Next week, Talladega is also a cutoff race, so that should be pretty interesting. With Talladega being a cutoff race, literally anybody could be eliminated and or brought in. Talladega is the definition of a wild card event. So we'll see how that turns out. We're going to get ready to go in about a minute and a half. This track got updated since the last time we used it. So, yeah. Well, obviously there's a building now, but yeah, just about another minute before we start getting ready to go. In Road America itself, this is only like the, I believe, second or third Cup race at Road America for the Ranger Cup Series, and already we've went from single file restarts to double file restarts at this track, so it should be chaotic at the very least. If nothing else, then definitely a little chaotic. Always got to get a little bit of chaos mixed in there. The 40 actually passed the 11 on the final lap to get the win in qualifying. So, yeah, and we had gone green for all 16 laps. Like 12 out of the 16 laps after 4 cautions. And we are racing at Road America. They're going 3 wide. The interesting thing is going to be able to see if these cars, how many times they're going to get off the track here. Oh. That's the first yellow of the day. Entire group of cars got stuck. It's a very wonderful way to begin the, oh my god. Yeah, we're going to watch the leaders race back to the line. Ricky Bobby is leading. Ooh, there he goes. Past the kink. That's the race to Canada Corner. Through the woods. There's Canada Corner. Ricky Bobby's going to keep everybody behind him. Out of the woods into turn 14. If you get a good launch off at 14, then you'll probably wind up leading. And yeah, it's the first round of people to the spawn box. We'll see how many people got out. On the first lap, you get 2 wrecks, so nobody's technically DNF'd yet. Should be plenty of DNFs before the day is done. Hell, qualifying with DNFs, and that was 16 laps long. So qualifying as wrecks and DNFs, then I'm sure that the actual race, oh my god, Bowling Champ's luck is actually bad at this track. Could be an issue for him. Yeah. Next race, probably sometime during this week, is Talladega. Talladega is going to be the round of 12 cutoff race, and then we go down to Phoenix, out west Arizona for Phoenix Day, and then for Phoenix, it's Homestead Road Course for the round of 8 cutoff, and then it's Homestead Oval for the championship. Yeah, that'd be good to go back green. We're back green at Rodham. Oh my god. Chaos on the restart. Already there. They're already 3-4 wide. Is it gonna work? Yes. Oh wow, they're 4 wide. 3 wide. Whoever gave the go ahead for 3 and 4 wide is not mentally sane. Should definitely be put on a little bit of like a government watch list. Looks like the 98 is going to get away with the lead out of turn 13 into turn 14. Or is they going to lead again? Yeah. Nobody's going to go down pit road. That's 2 cars. That's 2 cars. That's 2 cars. No caution. No caution is out. 3 cars. Three cars just spun there. No caution was called. The 98's keeping his lead. If anything, extending it. It looks like the 43 is trying to make move. They're trying to make a move here. Into the kink we go, and into the straightaway. Oh, the 54 is going to try for the lead. They're side by side. Side by side. Hamlet's going to get the lead. Peanut right behind him. Boyer's going to try to make it work. Peanut's going to get away with the lead. More spins in that same freaking area. There are stage cautions. I believe this stage ends on lap. Forgot. I believe the stage ends on lap 10. So, unless there's a caution before that, of course. Clint Boyer is going to try to sneak away with the lead. Peanut is falling behind. Why do these idiots keep throwing each other off the track? Stay on the track. And now that issue should be resolved. Now it's Boyer versus Hamlin for the lead into the Canada corner. Here comes the 33. He's going to try to undercut the 54. He's successful. 33 versus the 54. He's going to get the upper hand. 33 is going to lead out of turn 14. He's going to stay in the lead for yet another lap. Hamlin's going to try to outbrake him. 33. Most people stuck to the outside for that corner. Only a couple people going to the inside. Again there. He did the first of two consecutive hairpins. Down to the second hairpin. Got to slow down a surprising amount for that corner. And then you got another hairpin. It's a lot of braking zones at this track. It's a lot of tight hairpins. It looks like the 33 is actually going to try to pull away from the field a little bit. Oh, your highest running playoff driver as of right now is the 42. He's side by side with the 98. He's going to try to push the 98 a little bit high for this quarter. It worked. The 98 down to fifth, 32 up to third. No, he's not. He got stuck on something there. I don't know quite what. Oh, somebody got shoved in pit road. I think that's Sheldon Creed. No clue. No. I have no clue who that was. Maybe the 07. No, the 07 is still here. Whatever. It's not the 54 because he's right there. It looks like the 42 is going to try to get in line in fourth. They're going to try to make a move a little bit. The 43 into the outside. 42's up to second in the kick. Now they're down the straightaway to the Canada quarter. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not. The 13 is going to try to make a move. 42 is going to try to block. Here comes the 13 to the inside. Now on the outside, the 42 is going to clear the 13. The 33's got almost no pressure from behind. Oh! I'm going to try to fix that now. I know the issue now. I always make stupid oversights like this. That ought to be fixed. The 42 was leading. The 33 did get stuck. Now the 43 is going to lead. Rangers back in form after the 2-week break. Coincidentally, exactly with real life NASCAR. Break for the Olympics, but that 43 was getting pretty bad before the 2-week break, and now he's back leading, holding off the dominant car apparently this weekend, who is the 98. Here he comes, the 98 to the lead. A lot of lag. The 42 is going to try to come back. He's sitting in fifth, now in fourth. Up to second. He's going to try to make a move for the lead. He's not really going to get there, I don't think. Or is he? Here comes the 98 to the inside, though. They're trying to freight train it around the 42. The 42 could get back. He's not going to have enough momentum to. He just went from the lead to fourth. Now to third. 43 went high there. That was a bad call. And the 42 is side by side with the 13. 13 could clear him on this long straightaway. However, that long straightaway leads straight into a really tight right-hander. There's really only one groove that you truly want to run here. However, you can run almost any groove that you want. Here comes the 42 to the inside of the 54. He's going to have to clear the 54, which he does. The 42 in the chase is leading the pack. The rest of the chase people are really just trying to scramble for positions. We're coming to the white flag for the stage. This time by, that was the 2 to go last time by. .42 is leading by a little bit. He's in the middle of the track. The rest of the field is trying to get to the inside. They're going to try to undercut him here. Goes to block right as the move was going to be made. That was actually a really good call by the 42. Are they going to make a move? Not yet. Front top three are single file. Will the move be made here? Also no. The 42 made a move. No, the 43 made a move. Now Ranger Motorsports sitting 1-2. White flag for the stage is out. One more time around. And, yeah. Now we could see fuel strategy come into play here, as the caution is out. So that was stage one, essentially. Stage one finished under caution due to the 51 spinning. The 42 collected, I think, his first stage win of the season in stage one today. He's also in the chase, so that could help him as they race through the forest. 42 is actually now down to. We're going to have another caution lap, or caution laps, because people will be pitting under this caution. Probably really only the people in Ranger Motorsports, but whatever. Oh god, I don't want to do that. I want to sit above the building. 40. And I guess a couple others are also going to come through pit, as they were saying, why not? There's another car off the track during the caution. These people cannot refrain themselves from throwing each other off of the track. Which is kind of funny. Especially when you're considering that these people are regarded as the best race car drivers in all of America. Just throwing each other right off the track, which is always a great sign that you have discovered greatness. Greatest drivers in the country, yeah, okay. And we made it to pit road speed. I'm going to keep it green until these guys get over the start-finish line. Also, those nerds that got stuck somehow. And now we're going to throw the yellow. So, yeah. And the people who pitted now have enough fuel to make it to the end. Meanwhile, the rest of the field should start strategizing when they want to make their stop, as I believe that pitting at the end of stage 1 is a good decision, especially when we have 40 laps of fuel and the race is only 45 laps long. If you're not going to start out with enough fuel to make it, you're going to have to pit once or twice if you sustain damage. God King's strategy was to pit taking the green flag. He believes that that is the best call, as he will not get involved in any wreck that could happen on the restart, and plus he has enough fuel to make it. So I'd say that that's also a solid choice. Not the best that I want to see. However, we are going to be spectating the 9 as the green flag is back in the air, and the 50 got to the line first as he was on pit road. Or he's trying to form 3 wide. That is not a good decision, especially when you consider how narrow the track is. Oh my god. A lot of people just got dumped. That's crazy. Whatever. They can chill in the back. We're not going to be spectating Logano. He already got eliminated for the playoffs in the chase. He didn't. That's crazy. Yes, he did. Logano is out of the playoffs. The chase. First round exit for him. He made the clutch win at Ranger Speedway, but it was not enough. However, he's doing pretty good here. Same thing for him. He was pretty bad for quite a while. He's been bad since like the end of season 1. He was decent during season 1, and then he won the championship in season 1, so he's pretty damn consistent the entire season. And then after that, he's still been pretty consistent, but he's been consistently bad, so whatever. Yeah, I guess a step in the right direction for the 22 crew. Into the Forest Trail, now into the Canada corner. Sheldon Creed is pulling away from the 2. There's the 24 of Bubba, the 5 of Joey Logano. No, I take that back. And now we go Sheldon Creed, Eva, Joey Logano, Bubba racing forever. That's your top 5 as they run. Now the 22 closing on the rear bumper of the 2. Teammate is attacking teammate. Is that a good call? This stage goes until about lap 25. So 10, 15, 20. Eva's passed Sheldon Creed. Will Logano get around Sheldon Creed, or is Sheldon Creed going to hold his ground correctly? Looks like Logano's under attack by two people, Ricky Bobby and F. Wilkinson. F. Wilkinson's into the outside of the track. Left side tires caught the sand there. Um, that's not the greatest move that he's ever made, but it's not the worst move that he's ever made. Logano is running second concurrently. Eva is leading the field. Highest playoff person is Bubba right now. The two is also been pretty mid for the majority of the season, and now after that 2 week break, she's coming back. A lot of randomized people are like having comebacks after that 2 week Olympic break. Or I guess you should really call it a 3 week break. Logano took the racing line that time. He's not really putting on any time on the two, but he's not really losing any time. Which is always a good thing. You don't want to lose time on your competition. You never want to gain time on your competition. Logano's case, he's doing a pretty good job of maintaining time on his competition. However, third is starting to catch up to him, and first is actually starting to slip away. Which is never that good, but you never know. Maybe Logano will have another little spur of inspiration. You can never truly tell with these Penske people. One day they'll be really bad, and the next day they'll light up the charts. Yeah, that two team is on point today. So it's the 78. I mean, you can't really disregard him. He won Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen was actually his first ever race win. So I would say that he's doing pretty good after that race. Oh no. I mean, F. Wilkinson, he has 2 wins. It's his rookie season. He's technically really just fighting for Rookie of the Year. He's not in the championship hunt somehow. I believe he was also round one exit. Yeah, round one exit for Wilkinson, which is actually insane because he's been inconsistent, but when he is on his game, he's on his game. There'll be 1 week when he dominates, and then the next like 5 to 6 weeks he'll suck, and then like after that he'll dominate for a week, and then the next like 7 weeks he sucks. It's really hit or miss with that team. They seem to have the road courses down though. They were fighting for the win for a little while at the Cast 24, and then they were fighting for they won Watkins Glen, which is always a good thing. You know, if you win at the Glen, then you might be able to win at Road America. I mean, Road America is longer and more. I would consider Road America the hardest, like permanent road course that NASCAR raced on. in 2021 and 2022. Maybe even 2023. Out of um, Watkins Glen and Road America is harder because A, it's longer, and B, there's a hell of a lot of hairpins or sharp turns. Plus the amount of elevation change. But like Watkins Glen, once you get good at that track, you really don't have to practice it. You can kind of just like come in sporadically and just lay down really good laps and win. Watkins Glen is substantially easier, so I would say that more people would be able to win on Watkins Glen that wouldn't be able to win on Road America. Um, I don't think Logano didn't come into pit that last time, so he's kind of like screwed on his fuel status. Unless he were to pit at the end of the stage, which is 6 to go now. I don't think that I would really say that you should pit at the end of stage 2. If you were going to pit at the end of a stage, then I would suggest that you would pit at the end of stage 1. So that you have all of stage 2 to regain your track position, and then all of stage 3 to gain more track position. Like if you pit at the end of stage 1, then you have stage 2 to get all your track position back that you lost from pitting. Then you got all of stage 3 to gain track position on top of that and make a run at the win. Like if nobody else were to pit and the caution doesn't come out with like 4 or 5, 6 to go after the pit cycle finishes, so then like the people who have pit at the end of stage 1 have got this in the bag. It's just amongst them, which is kind of concerning because you got a lot of like people there. You got all of Ranger Motorsports for the most part, except for like 1 or 2 drivers, which is still like a lot of really good drivers in there. And yeah, you got a couple of rookies, but like every single team's gonna have a couple of rookies in the first, and essentially the first ever season that this thing has happened. So I don't know. It's probably just gonna turn out to be another fuel mileage one. Logano's getting really close to the rear bumper of the two. Logano were to lock in and like be like on par with it. Oh my god. Here comes Logano. Logano passed the number 2. Now he's in open air. However, the 2's got the benefit of the draft on all the really long straightaways. Logano's gonna not allow that 2 by for probably a little while yet. Here's a passing opportunity for the 2. The 2's not gonna take it. Logano's gonna start to pull away. As the 4 to go in the stage mark. Eva has 4 laps to catch back up with Logano and pass Logano, which took Logano like 10 laps to complete. So I don't know if Eva's going to be able to catch back up, or if her day, or her chance at winning this stage is done. Because I know that Eva has plans to try to make a pit stop either now or at the beginning of the stage for stage 3, or at the stage caution, I should say. The battle for the lead is neck and neck. I mean, here comes the 2 right now trying to take it back. And yeah, you're going to see these 2 be fighting for the lead for a little while yet. I mean, again, Logano doesn't have to catch up. He just has to maintain time and make time. He's already caught up. He's already done the pat. He's already done the thing. He's already done the process of catching up. He just has to maintain where he is. And the two did not maintain where she was, and now the two lost a ton of time in that one corner. Honestly, that was the biggest screw up that I've seen the two make in quite a while. The two just sold the stage. Like, unless Logano makes that big of a mistake, then the two is cooked. But the two quite literally just sold. That was the 2 to go mark. Logano's going to try to hold off the 2. That's the 22 versus the 2. Who's going to get to the line first? Side by side for the lead. The 22 back in the lead. Eva's not letting Logano skirt away with this at all. It was the white flag that time by. They're coming to the white flag this time by. White flag for stage 2 in the air. Logano and the 2 versus the 22. The 22 versus the 2. The 81 is essentially out of the picture unless one of these two screw up. Essentially, unless both of them screw up. One of them screws up and the other one's going to pounce. Here comes the 2 for the race lead. The 22 not getting there, not hitting his marks in these corners. He's trying to push it too far. He's trying to make up the time. The 81 is right there in his rear mirror. The 81 all over the back bumper of the 22, now at the side. The 22 almost clipped the sand into the kink. The 2 has got the stage win in the bag. The 22 got caught up. And the 81 passed the 22 even. Looks like the 2 is going to be able to hold everybody off. The Eva is going to win stage 2 at Road America. And the caution is out. I don't think anybody's really going to be taking up the opportunity of pit road except for the Penske. Not even for the Penske duo. Eva's staying. Eva's going in. Logano's going to stay out. Like God King do. God King, remember, he pitted at the beginning of the stage. So he's got just a little bit more feel. I mean, he really is. He is that far away, but like it's not treacherous. he's going to regain all of his positions, and he's going to regain all his time. The 2 is peeled off for pit road, and yeah, we really got to do is wait for those people to show up. Oh no, 19 seconds. That's a random amount of time. Ready to go back green for stage 3, the final stage, 20 laps of racing. And the green flag waves. Eva got left in the dust by the field. She made the decision to pit on the restart, not during the caution. Honestly, I mean, if she pit during that caution, she would have lost the stage win anyway. Not that that's really all that concerning, but you could have saved yourself from being this far behind. The only person behind Eva concurrently is Denny Hamlin, who got off the track. He had to literally get his car restarted as it shut off, but yeah. The 2 is not having that good of a day. The 22 has lost a ton of time. The 40's out in front. The 40's going to try to be the guy to beat, or the person to the girl to beat. The person to beat. The 40's got a little bit of a lead. And we've kept it green for the first lap of stage 3 at Road America. The closest playoffs person is the 24, and after that it's the 99, and the 99 is coming off of a championship, so I don't even know how the hell he's doing this good in the season, so it's quite odd. The 40 is still doing a really good job of making sure that nobody really gains on him. If anybody gains on the 40, then the 40 is probably gonna. I don't know what the 40 would do. The 40 is doing like a defensive masterclass right now on the rest of the field. Chase Elliott and F. Wilkinson are trying to fight for second. I don't know how well that's going to go. The 75 is in the picture now, too, for fourth, fighting for fifth. He's in fifth right now. Bowlingsham is also back in the front. A lot of people who pit during the stage 1 break are back out in front. I mean, just goes to show how like dominant that they can be. I mean, if you give the best cars on the field like a disadvantage, then they might literally overcome that disadvantage. I mean, Chase Elliott's going to be right all over the back bumper of that 40 during these 2 sharp left-handers. And look at how close they are. The 25 truly wanted to, and he could probably floor it and bump the 40 out of the way, but he didn't, and now the 1240 is literally pulling away from the 25. Joey Logano's up to second. This is the best he puts on his best show after he gets eliminated from the playoffs. I mean the chase. Go figure. Maybe he should have been this dominant. Maybe we should have had Road America as the cutoff race for last round. I mean, geez. And Talladega is the cutoff race for this round, which is quite literally either later this week or next week. And Gracie's really going to be the person to beat with 15 laps to go. I mean, anything can happen. We've seen what happened at the end of stage 2 with Eva versus Joey Logano. Joey Logano is still a threat, yes. But it's just the way that the 40 got up and skedaddled away from everybody. That's like really shocking because the 40 is on the first lap. They had already had like half of the lead that they have right now. And over the course of the next 3 laps, they managed to double their lead. Like, I don't even know what happened the first lap because I was busy trying to unhinge Hamlin from his freaking wreck. It's just like, geez. At this point, the rest of the field should be looking at what the 40 does and taking notes. The 40 is pulling away. It's a good thing that we're not doing Watkins Glen because I feel like the 78 would have won that race fair and square. So like, I would love for playoff people, chase people to win chase races. It's not always going to be that way. I mean, the past 2 races we've seen non-chase people win the races. I believe. I don't remember. I don't really remember. Oh my god. Um, 40. 40 still leading Kevin Harvick in second. We really haven't seen him that much. I mean, the same race that Joey Logano won, Joey from Pepsi Racing got completely fired and kicked out of the Cup Series. He's completely banished from participating in any Ranger RRA events. But like, Racy's gonna try to pull away with the lead a little bit. I mean, yeah, Joey from Pepsi Racing got completely fired and banished from all RA events. And then the next race, I believe, was Daytona. Right. So then Kevin Harvick came in for Daytona, and the original plan was for him to just do a one-off, but then he eventually got signed to finish the rest of the season in the 29. So we got Kevin Harvick racing here. I mean, he's as per usual pretty good in new equipment. He's doing good. I mean, Joey Logano's up to second. That's like the highest we've seen him since that win at Ranger Speedway. However, Joey Logano is going to have to sacrifice his position for a pit stop in approximately like 4 to 5 laps. So that'll suck, but other than that, I would say he's had a pretty solid race. Yeah, the 22 really isn't getting that much time on the 40. The 40 is still pretty solid. However, what you must consider is pit stops. Right now, the closest person to the 40 who has pit is, I believe, either the 99 or the 75. So the 40 is going to have a larger lead in about like 4 laps or so. Like 3 to 4 laps is, yeah, so it's interesting. If the 40 wins, then that's actually going to be an advantage going into Talladega, because if you can get those 50 points and at 550 points while everybody else is like 5 something something something, if you can have the most amount of points going into Talladega and then you're pretty solid at Talladega, as long as you don't wreck out at Talladega, then you should be pretty good. Um, at least you better hope that you're going to be pretty good at Talladega. If you're not, you're not, whatever. Hopefully those 50 points from winning at Road America can like transfer over and you can get into the final round. I mean, all you got to do, you don't have to win every single round. You just have to not be in the bottom 4 every single round. But that's easier said than done. The first round, pretty easy. Just be top 12. Second round, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult. Then you got to be top 8. Third round is when it gets really hard because then you got to be top 4. And final round, you got to be on your A game all day because you got to be in the you got to place 1. It's one race, and if you fuck up in that one race, you're done. No championship for you. In all homestead practices, I mean, Joe Logano has won at the Oval both times we've done races there. So I would say that he's a pretty good homestead racer. And I bet you the entire grid is relieved that he's not in the chase. I mean, it would be interesting if he got the second Cup title, but destiny has said otherwise. And now the 40 is going to look to try to get career win like 3 this season, I believe. Cat's 24. I think it was Avis. And now possibly Road America. So she's looking for third, career win 3. She's looking for career win 3 on a road course, 3 overall. I don't understand how people only win at road courses. Like, you have to be pretty damn good at a road course. You have to be like a really good road course racer to only win at a road course. Like maybe 1 or 2 wins at a road course. Yeah, sure, that could be a coincidence. But like all wins on a road course, damn. You're like, what are you, SVG? It's still annoying that SVG crashed out at Chicago Cup. We could have seen him go back to back, which actually would have been kind of sick. But like, that's not what Destiny decided. So whatever. Joey Logano versus Gracie for race lead. Logano's gonna have to pit either next time or next time. Either lap 38 or lap 39. He's going to have to come in. Looks like he's going to be coming in lap 39. No people should be on pit road yet. Maybe one or two could possibly be on pit road. I mean, that's not going to be evil. It's going to probably be Bowlingsham got shoved on pit road. You can tell because he's not at low enough fuel to actually be at pitting naturally. So he's forced on pit road. It sucks because he's on the chance for the win now. And it always sucks when you lose a win by something that is so stupid, like being forced on pit road. It stinks when that happens. I mean, Gracie has been extremely consistent and freaking running away from the field. And if this just doesn't prove that, oh, Kevin Harvick is going to go on pit road. 2, 3 other people, 3, 4. A bunch of people on pit road. Joey Logano's going to be coming down this time by. Communications with his spotter says so. That's going to give Gracie a huge advantage. Chase Elliott's staying out. Ranger is staying out, so yeah. Ricky Bobby is going in, so there's going to be the entire field is going to be shaken up from these pit stops. I mean, we're going to go from all these people right here, and then majority of them are going to start hitting pit road. It'd be really miraculous if somebody didn't pit for the entire race, but instead saved fuel the entire time. Went into fuel saving mode. I mean, that was 7 to go, so the 40 has enough fuel to make it, which should be pretty interesting. It's always interesting when you get a repeat winner. It's also always interesting when you have a fuel mileage finish because the fuel mileage finish gave Joey Logano his win, his one win of the season, and it will also take away a chance at a second win of the season. And Gracie's lead is so huge now that it's insane. It's like we're watching a real Road America race at this point. You got the top couple contenders fighting with each other, and then everybody else is just absurdly far away. However, the 40 has been literally the pace of the entire field for the entirety of stage 3, so I would not be surprised if she wants her to win. It'll be a very deserved win. It'll be a very deserved win, too. Majority of the people in the top 10 right now are the playoffs the chase people. Only a couple of them have been bad today. However, it's going to be 5 to go at the line. The race is not decided until we cross it for the checkered flag. 5 laps to go in stage 3 and the race at Road America. We escaped the heat in the southern U.S. We went all the way up to northern Wisconsin today. Well, northern U.S. and Wisconsin today to race at Road America. And now we are going to watch the third win of a road course warrior, the Chase Elliott of the Ranger Cup Series, the best damn road course racer of the season, possibly get her third win of the season on a road course. Ranger only has maybe 2 wins this season. Yeah, so what, like 2 wins this season, maybe like four-ish maximum for the total win count. If it's only three, then that's actually insane. But like 4 laps to go until the 40 gets her third win. Ranger sitting P6. A lot of the recently eliminated chase people are actually like doing really, really good. F. Wilkinson isn't. Haha, 25th. I feel like a lot of people who could have had more wins don't have more wins because they were really good at like halfway into stage 3 and then they fade before the finish. Right on board with the 40 in the kink. Now the rear view camera, as you can see, there's the 25 of Chase Elliott right there, always being hidden by that wall. Now they're right up against, they're literally right there. Into turn 13, now into turn 14, goes to 40. And that's how tall the hill is. It is not a little hill. It is a very large hill. The terrain here is very hilly. You go pretty even through the first couple things, and then on the first or second straightaway, then you go down. Then after turn 3 or 4, you go uphill to turn 5. That's turn 5, then uphill to turn 6, then downhill to turn 7 or 6, and then downhill turn 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Now into Canada Corner, also known as turn 12. The 40 leads. Gracie from Ranger Motorsports is going to try to make her third win of the season, her third win of her career after her inaugural race at the Cats 24. Maybe her inaugural race was the race before the Cats 24. I don't quite remember. The Cats 24 was when she won her first race. And then it was at Avis. And now it's at Road America. You got Chase Elliott and Potato fighting for positions. Well, fighting for P2. Then you got the 99 in P4. You got Keiki, apparently. Oh, the Keiki come from? Apparently, Keiki had a really good lap. Have the good laps now before the white flag. Maybe have the good laps now leading up to the white flag, and then have your best lap at that white flag. That seems like a pretty good strategy. Just checking on the pit cars. Yeah, they're pretty spread out. You're not gaining many positions or losing any positions anyway. Now the 40's into turn 2, into turn 3. Now to the straightaway, aka turn 4, apparently. Now into turn 5 they go. Uphill to turn 6. Now back downhill to turn 7. And downhill again to turn 8. Now into the carousel, aka 9 and 10. She's had the race of her life. I mean, the stage 3 dominated completely. Most led laps of the day, I believe. With like all the laps and the longest stage of the day. So I don't see how that wouldn't give you the most led laps of the day. Out of turn 14, uphill to the straightaway of the front stretch. The 40 of Ranger Motorsports will win Road America for her third win of the season. And also, almost just about halfway to tying Ranger's all-time win list of 7 wins in one season. Set last season by the King himself. It's going to be a party in Victory Lane tonight. Especially the Ranger Motorsports trailers. They're going to be partying. And they're going to be having quite the party. Third win of the season with like 2 wins from Ranger himself. Plus like 2 wins from 99, a win from the 75. That's 4 or 5. They're at like 8 wins in the season right now. 8 or 9, 7 to 9 wins. Plus a bunch of stage wins. So they're pretty successful this season. Not as successful as last season, of course, with 43. 43 themselves have had quite the slouch. But, like, we go to Super Speedway next, and that is the 43's best tracks. So we'll see what it can do. Probably on like Thursday when that race happens. So see you there, and or maybe like Tuesday. Wednesday or Thursday, probably. There will be Talladega. So yes, keep an eye out for that, and I will see you at Talladega in Alabama for the Geico 500 and also the eliminator race of the round of 12 going into the round of 8. Anyways, it's been the RBC Sports crew bringing you our coverage of the Ranger Cup Series at Road America, and we will see you in Alabama.